Hello lovelies, welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom, thank you for joining me. Today's episode, darlings, is all about why we feel so addicted to the narcissist at times. So this is for anyone who is having a hard time kind of letting go, or for those of you who, get together, break up, get back together, break up, on and off again with the narcissist. I want to talk to you about why that is so hard and why letting go is even harder. But before I start, can I just remind you, please help me grow the channel by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. All right, darlings, I've got some notes. So here we go. So why are you so addicted? Well, when we're in love, there's a lot of chemicals and a lot of stuff going on in our bodies and in our brains. This stuff is what is addicting us to the narcissist. So we have dopamine, which is called the happiness drug. And what it actually is, more than the happiness drug, it's the anticipation of happiness. So when you're expecting something, which means when you're waiting for a text message to come through, when you're waiting for a phone call, when you're waiting for the narcissist, your dopamine levels are high in anticipation of what is coming next. So you're literally just on a razor's edge, waiting, and it feels so good. This pain, this suffering, even though you're thinking of something that is, you have mixed feelings about. So obviously, 1 second, guys, I go, damn fly, hang on. Sorry, lovelies. In Australia, we get blowflies. It's just, it's a fact of life, but it's very annoying because of the buzzing noise that they make when they're flying around the camera. So bear with me. All right, where was I? Dopamine. When you're waiting for someone to call or text, it's, there's this nervousness, this anticipation. That in itself is actually getting you addicted to dopamine. You may have heard the term peptide addiction before. This is what we're talking about. When we talk about peptide addiction, this is exactly what we're talking about. I have the perfect wording for it. So I'm going to read it because I don't want to paraphrase it and get it wrong. So a group of hormones, this is endorphins, which is, let's fly. The endorphins, which is what peptides are a group of hormones secreted within the brain and nervous system and having a number of physiological functions. These are the peptides. Okay, so what happens is when your body gets used to experiencing dopamine hits, oxytocin hits, serotonin hits, endorphin hits, when it's used to experiencing that, and then all of a sudden he doesn't text or he doesn't call, you start to feel physically unwell. You start to go through a withdrawal. It's really similar to what people experience when they go through drug withdrawal. So it's not anything to be poo-pooed at or sneezed at, essentially. It's a real thing. You're in pain for a reason. All right, so dopamine. Missing someone creates that anticipation. Oxytocin is what gives us our empathy. Oxytocin is when we feel bonded with someone. So when we give birth, when you fall in love with your baby, that's actually oxytocin doing that. That is so you don't look at your baby and go, oh my God, it's a crying little thing, and walk off and leave it, essentially. Right? Oxytocin is what bonds you to that child. And the thing is, sex also releases oxytocin, which is one of the reasons why narcs try and get us in bed as quickly as they do. And they use sex as a weapon because essentially they know that sex bonds us to them. Funnily enough, teenagers lack empathy, right? But they also lack oxytocin. It happens around that particular age group that they have lowered levels of oxytocin, which is why they have this lack of empathy. And we all know narcs also lack empathy. So they probably have lower oxytocin levels. All right, serotonin is the next one. So that's a chemical and neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood and behavior, appetite and digestion, sleep, memory, sexual desire, and sexual function. So obviously, serotonin is another one of the, the happy hormones, these chemicals that make us feel good. And as we all know, narcissists will deliberately bond you to them by making you feel super good, then by dropping you on your ass. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So you're begging for attention. So you're working so hard for the few little crumbs of attention that you get, right? That's all part of a dastardly plan to keep you addicted and to keep you essentially where they want you. So, endorphins, this is the fight or flight. Endorphins get released during sex, during exercise, and obviously when you've escaped the narcissist or been discarded by the narcissist, which is still an escape, I might add, regardless of whether, who left who or how it all went down, the fact is, if you're not being sexually intimate with them anymore, you're going to start going through this withdrawal. Now, how do we make ourselves feel better? Because, unfortunately, our instinct is to run back to the last thing that made us feel good, i.e. the narcissist. And they will rely on that, okay? But that can't be a long-term plan or strategy. It's just not going to work. I hear people saying, well, I'll just go back for one night. No, you won't go back for one night. You might go back for one night in the beginning, and then you find yourself back there again in a month or in 2 weeks, 2 days. It's not a healthy strategy. Okay, we're escaping someone who's hurt us, we're escaping someone who's damaged us, and they're never going to change. So we need to do the things that we need to do to help us heal. All of these hormones can be stimulated in other ways, and I'm going to tell you how. Number one, exercise, right? Within 20 minutes of exercise, your body will start producing endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, all of those neurochemicals. So your brain will start to feel good. Your mood will increase. What else? Sleep. Sleep is really important. And I know it's hard because a lot of us at night time, that's when we're thinking and, ruminating, going through it all again, going back through it again, So there are apps that you can get on your phone to help lull you into a sleep. You can listen to children's nursery rhymes. You can do a whole lot of things. There's affirmations online. I even have a sleep affirmation. I'll put it in here, the link to it in here. Okay, that if you're having problems with sleeping at night, just put it on, put your earplugs in or headphones on and relax. Put it on repeat, relax. Okay, sleep is really important. So exercise, sleep. Now, I'm not going to suggest anyone jumps into bed with anyone new, right? Because it's hard for women to not bond with the people they have sex with, purely because of the chemicals that are released. That is all out of our control. So what I am going to say, though, is we all need affection. So cuddle the people around you. Give the people who are around you love and affection. As a society, we could all probably do with a whole lot more hugging and, just gentle touching. It doesn't need to be something that leads to sex, but it does stimulate serotonin in the body, dopamine in the body, all the things we need. So hugs. Get yourself a hug. And do you know, how's this? A 10-second hug is more beneficial to your health than like a 2-second hug. So if you're someone who hugs people when you greet them, right? Don't just do the 2-second hug. Go crazy. Hold that person a little bit longer. Make it a fun hug, a hug that feels nice. Okay, because it's going to be good for you, it's going to be good for them, and it's just a habit that people pass on. You know, the more comfortable you are hugging people, the more comfortable other people get with being hugged. All right, healthy eating is another important thing. So look at your diet. Look at food that will up your serotonin level. So things like oily fish, leafy dark greens, seeds, what else? Poultry, eggs, all of those things are good for serotonin, dopamine, and general feel-good hormones. All right, lovelies, I think I'm going to end it there today. If anyone would like a one-on-one with me, the information is in the description box. And I'm also running a competition for a complimentary consultation with me. All you have to do is be a subscriber, leave a comment, and email me, email me at narcfreeformula@gmail.com, and with the subject box with the title free consult, make sure you put the word free in there, or else I will think that you're wanting to pay for a consult. I mean, you can pay if you want, that's fine. But if you would like to be in the running for a complimentary session, do all of what I just said. I'll say it again. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, and send me an email to narcfreeformula@gmail.com with the word free consult in the title or subject box. Okay? And once a month I'm going to call someone up and we will do a free consult. And that will be nice. I look forward to talking to some of you. All right, lovelies, thank you for watching, and get nut free and stay nut free. Bye.